Hello, hello. Today I want to talk about how we created Battleships on the blockchain. I'm Nick, and this is hardly difficult. This is a game for Nebulas. So this is a public blockchain. We wanted to show how you could use a public blockchain as a decentralized multiplayer game server and make an environment where cheaters will never win. This was an educational project, so it's all open source, and we even have a white paper. I'm going to walk through the white paper because there's a fair bit of code, and it would take a really long time to explain it all. If you want to give it a try, you just need to get the wallet extension and then have a little bit of NAS. It costs way less than a penny to play, and someone's giving away the money, so you can basically play for free. Alright, so let's take a look at the white paper. Some of the problems that we're addressing by doing it this way. Well, the potential for cheating. With Battleships, the way you normally cheat is when someone takes a shot, instead of admitting it was a hit, I move a ship out of the way and claim it was a miss. So we're able to prevent that, and I'll explain more how below. We can prevent server downtime. Since the blockchain is the server, we can expect that it will be available most of the time. There's no hosting cost for the developer. The costs are pushed to the user, and in the case of Nebulas, it's really cheap. You can play 100 games for a penny. There's no risk of losing users' data, because it's persisted by the blockchain, and there's a lot of room for different monetization models. So, for the first time, we can actually create provably fair games. We're also going to be giving away ship coins, just to make it interesting. So these are NEP5 tokens, which are similar to an ERC20 for Ethereum. So it's a real token. It'd be tradable on a DEX, if there is one someday. And yeah, I don't expect it to be worth anything, but technically, it's there. Okay, so the design. This is all in JavaScript, the front end and the smart contract. But the concepts that we're talking about would work regardless of the language that you're using. All right, so the sequence of events. When it starts out, if we simplify the board and say it has 4 cells, what we want to do is create a hash code which represents the contents of each of these cells. And we'll have a grid of hash codes. We're going to take that information and submit it to the first method, which is start or join game. So the first person who calls it starts a game, the next person joins that game, and then we repeat the process. Then you make move. So the first person who goes, this is very simple. You just specify the cell that you're targeting. So you might say something like B6. Then the next thing that happens is after I've targeted a cell, my opponent has to say hit or miss, so we call that revealing the tile. And then they have to make their own move.